Have you ever woken up and felt as if even the act of getting out of bed was a challenge? Those mornings when moving feels like an uphill battle, when climbing stairs, lifting a grocery bag, or even walking from one room to another feels unexpectedly difficult. If any of this sounds familiar, you're certainly not alone. Many older adults experience muscle weakness creeping in silently, gradually making everyday tasks more difficult. But here's the encouraging part. You have the power to push back no matter your age. Even if you're over 70, there are small yet impactful habits that can help restore strength, boost your energy, and bring back the confidence that aging may have slowly taken away. Stick around until the end, because you'll discover simple but effective ways to regain mobility and vitality, just like 95-year-old Maria did. Her inspiring transformation is something you won't want to miss, and the practical strategies she used could make all the difference in your life too. Before we jump into it, if you find this video helpful, a quick like would be truly appreciated. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you never miss new insights on active aging. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a 1 if you enjoy the video, or a 0 if you think there's room for improvement. Your feedback helps make future videos even better. Now, let's get started. Maria's life had always been filled with movement and joy. She took pride in her daily routine, tending to her garden, feeling the soil between her fingers as she nurtured her plants, cooking warm meals for her family, and taking long strolls in her neighborhood, exchanging kind words with those she met. Her energy was contagious, and many admired how she carried herself with a youthful spirit, even in her later years. Then one morning, something changed. Reaching for a familiar pot in the kitchen, she felt her grip falter. The pot wasn't unusually heavy, yet her hands trembled as she struggled to hold it. Brushing it off as a moment of tiredness, she continued with her day. But in the following days, new challenges emerged. Climbing the stairs to her terrace, a simple task she had never given a second thought, suddenly felt exhausting. Her legs felt heavier than usual, each step requiring more effort than before. A lingering fear crept in. Was this just fatigue, or was something more concerning happening to her body? Maria's daughter, noticing these small but troubling signs, urged her to visit a doctor. Maria hesitated, reluctant to admit that she might need help. She had always been independent, always strong. But deep down, she couldn't ignore the unease growing within her. Eventually, she agreed to the appointment, hoping for reassurance but fearing the worst. At the clinic, a series of simple tests confirmed what Maria had started to suspect. Her muscle strength had declined significantly. The doctor, looking at her with a mix of concern and encouragement, explained, "Maria, what you're experiencing is a natural part of aging, but it doesn't have to be inevitable. It's called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that happens as we grow older. Without intervention, it can lead to difficulties with balance, increased risk of falls, and a loss of mobility. But the good news is, you can turn this around." The words struck Maria deeply. She had always assumed that aging was something to be accepted as it came, but now she realized that she had a choice. She could let time take away her strength, or she could actively fight to regain it. She wasn't ready to surrender to weakness. Instead, she chose to take control, to nurture herself just as she had always nurtured her loved ones. Her journey toward rebuilding her strength didn't require extreme changes. Instead, it was about small, intentional steps, daily habits that, when done consistently, could bring back the vitality she thought she had lost. One of the first and simplest adjustments she made was incorporating a habit her therapist friend had recommended: dry brushing. At first, she was skeptical. How could something as simple as brushing her skin have any effect on her muscles? But with nothing to lose, she decided to try. Every morning, before stepping into the shower, she picked up a natural bristle brush and gently stroked it along her body, starting at her feet and working her way up in smooth, sweeping motions. It was a small act, taking just a few minutes, but over time, she started to feel the difference. The stiffness that once made her mornings so difficult began to ease. Her legs felt lighter, her circulation improved, and she no longer felt like she was fighting her own body just to get moving. Beyond just feeling better, there was science backing this technique. Dry brushing stimulates circulation, bringing oxygen-rich blood to the muscles, keeping them nourished and active. It also supports the lymphatic system, helping to flush out toxins that can contribute to sluggishness and inflammation. For Maria, this simple practice became a game changer, setting a positive tone for the rest of her day. But dry brushing was just the beginning. Maria also made small adjustments to her daily movement. Instead of avoiding stairs, she took them slowly but intentionally, using them as a form of gentle exercise. She started doing simple strength exercises with resistance bands, targeting the muscles that needed the most support. Even standing up from a chair without using her hands became a little challenge she took on daily to build leg strength. Her diet also played a crucial role in her transformation. She became more mindful of protein intake, ensuring she had enough lean meats, eggs, beans, and dairy to support muscle repair and growth. Hydration became a priority, as she realized that dehydration often contributed to feelings of weakness and fatigue. And perhaps most importantly, she didn't rush the process. She allowed her body time to adapt, celebrating small victories along the way. Week by week, Maria felt herself becoming stronger. The stairs that once seemed daunting became manageable again. The pot she had struggled to lift, now it felt light in her hands. She no longer hesitated to walk long distances. And most importantly, she felt like herself again, full of energy, capable, and in control of her own body. Her story is proof that aging doesn't have to mean losing independence. The key is in the small, consistent choices made each day. Whether it's dry brushing to wake up your muscles, incorporating gentle movement into your routine, or ensuring your diet supports muscle health, these habits add up. And just like Maria, you too can take steps to reclaim your strength and live with confidence. If you found Maria's story inspiring, consider giving this video a like and sharing your thoughts in the comments. What small changes have made a difference in your life? Let's create a community where we uplift and support one another in the journey of aging with strength and grace. Swelling, fatigue, and reduced mobility can often feel like an inevitable part of aging. But what if small daily habits could make a significant difference? Maria, a woman who once struggled with stiffness and sluggishness, discovered a practice that transformed her mornings. She started dry brushing, a simple yet powerful technique that invigorated her skin and boosted circulation. Research suggests that dry brushing can enhance blood flow by up to 25%, which explains why Maria felt a surge of energy after just a few weeks. Each morning, she spent a few minutes gently brushing her skin in upward strokes before stepping into a warm shower. The water not only washed away dead skin cells, but also relaxed her muscles, making her feel lighter and more refreshed. Afterward, she applied natural coconut oil to seal in moisture, leaving her skin soft and rejuvenated. This daily ritual became more than just self-care. It was an act of self-empowerment. For those few minutes each morning, Maria wasn't just succumbing to the effects of aging. She was actively taking control of her body, awakening her vitality, and proving that small, consistent habits could lead to profound changes. Dry brushing was not just about glowing skin or improved circulation. It became her gateway to feeling truly alive again. Another powerful habit that revitalized Maria's body was a simple yet nourishing broth. Once strong and independent, she found herself struggling with basic tasks that had once been effortless. Getting up from a chair, walking long distances, or carrying groceries left her feeling exhausted. She knew she needed to find a way to restore her strength from the inside out. One evening, while speaking with her granddaughter, a nutrition student, Maria shared her concerns about feeling fragile. Excited to help, her granddaughter introduced her to an age-old recipe for bone broth, a nutrient-dense elixir known for its restorative properties. Skeptical but hopeful, Maria decided to give it a try. Bone broth, rich in collagen, calcium, magnesium, and essential amino acids, has been used for generations to support joint health and muscle regeneration. If it had worked for so many before her, Maria thought, perhaps it could work for her too. Determined, she gathered the ingredients: 1 kilo of beef or chicken bones, preferably with cartilage as they are rich in collagen. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, which helps extract minerals from the bones. Fresh ginger, a natural anti-inflammatory. Garlic and onion, both packed with antioxidants and immune-boosting properties. Herbs like rosemary and parsley, for digestion and additional anti-inflammatory benefits. And enough water to cover everything. Maria placed the ingredients into a large pot, filled it with water, and let it simmer on low heat for 12 hours. This slow cooking process was crucial in allowing the nutrients to infuse the broth. As the aroma filled her kitchen, she was reminded of comforting meals from her childhood. The next morning, she poured herself a steaming cup and felt its warmth spread through her body. With every sip, she imagined her joints and muscles absorbing the nourishment. She committed to drinking a cup daily before breakfast, making it a non-negotiable part of her routine. At first, the changes were subtle: slightly more energy, a little less fatigue. But within weeks, the difference was undeniable. Her joint pain, once a daily burden, had significantly eased. Her muscles, once weak and unsteady, regained strength and resilience. She moved with newfound ease, walked longer distances, and went about her day without feeling completely drained. Scientific studies back up what Maria experienced firsthand. The collagen in bone broth supports muscle recovery and joint flexibility, while minerals like calcium and magnesium strengthen bones and promote proper muscle function. The anti-inflammatory properties of ginger and garlic further aid in reducing joint pain and speeding up recovery. For Maria, this broth was no longer just a recipe. It was a daily dose of vitality, a reminder that strength could be regained at any age. Even after incorporating dry brushing and nutrient-rich broth into her routine, Maria felt something was still missing. Despite making progress, she found herself waking up with lingering fatigue and sluggish muscles. Even small activities, like a short walk, left her feeling more drained than expected. It seemed as if her body wasn't fully recovering, no matter how much she rested. Seeking answers, she visited her doctor, expecting recommendations about supplements or exercises. Instead, she was given a surprising piece of advice. Her breathing might be the key to her recovery. At first, she was doubtful. Breathing had always been an automatic function. How could it possibly impact her energy levels and muscle regeneration? But as her doctor explained, many people develop a habit of shallow breathing over time, unknowingly depriving their muscles of the oxygen they need to recover and function properly. Without adequate oxygen flow, muscle repair slows, fatigue lingers, and weakness persists. Determined to see if this simple change could make a difference, Maria committed to practicing deep breathing exercises daily. Her doctor introduced her to the 4-7-8 breathing technique, a straightforward yet powerful method designed to increase oxygen intake and promote relaxation. The technique involved 3 steps. 1. Inhaling deeply through the nose for 4 seconds, filling her lungs completely. 2. Holding the breath for 7 seconds, allowing the oxygen to circulate throughout her body. 3. Exhaling slowly and fully through the mouth for 8 seconds, releasing tension and stress. In addition to practicing this technique for at least 10 minutes a day, Maria became mindful of her posture. She realized that years of slightly hunched shoulders had been restricting her lung capacity. By sitting and standing with an open chest, she allowed her lungs to expand fully, maximizing her oxygen intake. Within just a few days, Maria noticed subtle yet meaningful changes. She woke up feeling lighter, as if a fog of fatigue had lifted. The persistent muscle heaviness that had plagued her for years started to fade. She felt more energized throughout the day, and even after physical activities, her muscles recovered more quickly. No longer did she feel weighed down by sluggishness. Instead, she felt revitalized and capable. But the benefits of deep breathing extended beyond just physical well-being. It also had a calming effect on her mind. She found herself less stressed, more present, and in a better mood overall. The simple act of conscious breathing transformed not just her body, but her entire outlook on aging and vitality. Maria's journey proves that even the smallest daily habits can lead to profound transformations. Whether through dry brushing, nourishing bone broth, or mindful breathing, she reclaimed her energy and strength. These changes weren't drastic, nor did they require expensive treatments, just a commitment to taking care of herself in simple, intentional ways. Aging may bring challenges, but with the right habits, it can also bring renewed vitality. Maria's story serves as a reminder that small changes can have a big impact, and it's never too late to feel alive again. Maria found herself experiencing a newfound sense of tranquility. She felt lighter, more in tune with her surroundings, and even noticed significant improvements in her sleep patterns. Through her exploration, she learned about the powerful effects of deep breathing. Engaging in slow, intentional breaths activated her parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress hormones like cortisol while supporting her body's natural healing processes. Research suggested that this increased oxygen flow to her muscles not only accelerated recovery but also improved circulation, reduced inflammation, and enhanced endurance. For Maria, deep breathing evolved from a mere exercise into a cherished daily habit. It became her moment of self-care, a conscious effort to provide her body with the oxygen it needed to function at its best. With each breath, she felt a renewed sense of strength. However, she recognized that this was just one step in her journey. While breathing techniques contributed to her well-being, she understood that her muscles required more than oxygen. They needed consistent physical engagement to regain their full potential. Maria's determination to rebuild her strength led her to explore new ways to support her body. If you're still engaged with this story and finding value in these insights, drop a comment with the number 2 to let me know you're here. Thank you for being part of this journey. One day, Maria stumbled upon an unexpected yet effective approach: cane exercises. She had already noticed significant progress in her mobility and overall energy, but she knew that in order to truly restore her strength, she needed a structured and safe way to challenge her body. Without consistent movement and proper stimulation, she risked muscle deterioration, making daily activities increasingly difficult. Determined to maintain her progress, she sought simple yet effective strategies to enhance her physical resilience. Initially, the idea of using a cane as an exercise tool seemed odd to her. After all, wasn't it just for support? But with an open mind, she decided to give it a chance. What once appeared to be just a walking aid quickly transformed into a valuable tool in her fitness journey. Over time, she realized that the cane offered more than balance. It improved her posture, increased her flexibility, and most importantly, helped rebuild the muscle strength she thought was gone forever. Maria incorporated the cane into her routine through a series of simple yet effective movements. She started with a straightforward exercise, gripping the cane firmly with both hands and lifting it slowly to shoulder height before holding the position and lowering it again. This movement activated her shoulders, arms, and upper back muscles, gradually improving her stability. To further enhance her mobility and spinal strength, she tried another exercise, resting the cane across her shoulders while gently rotating her torso side to side. These twisting motions helped loosen tension in her back and promoted greater flexibility. With each passing day, she felt her body adapting, growing more fluid and resilient. Her lower body needed just as much attention. Using the cane for additional support, she carefully performed slight squats. At first, she moved with hesitation, ensuring she maintained balance. But with persistence, she noticed subtle but meaningful changes. Her legs felt stronger, her hips more stable, and even something as simple as rising from a chair became less of a struggle. In the early days, Maria took things slow, focusing on maintaining proper form and engaging the right muscles. As time went on, her confidence grew. What initially felt like a challenge soon became effortless. Walking, once uncertain and unstable, became smooth and controlled. Tasks she had once avoided, bending to pick up an object, carrying groceries, standing for extended periods, now felt achievable. The cane, once a symbol of reliance, had transformed into an instrument of empowerment. Studies showed that cane exercises were especially beneficial for older adults, as they helped activate stabilizing muscles, improve balance, and prevent falls. The additional support from the cane allowed Maria to perform strength-building movements without the fear of injury, making it an ideal solution for maintaining independence. For her, this simple tool became more than just a piece of wood or metal. It was a gateway to a healthier, stronger, and more confident version of herself. But Maria knew that movement alone wasn't enough. To sustain her newfound strength, she needed to nourish her body with the right fuel. Despite feeling more energetic and mobile, she realized that her progress could be further enhanced with proper nutrition. Exercise was only one part of the equation. Her muscles required the right nutrients to recover and thrive. One evening, during a conversation with her granddaughter Sophia, who was a nutritionist, Maria expressed her concerns. Sophia listened attentively and then shared something that changed Maria's perspective on food entirely. "Grandma, your diet is just as crucial as your exercise routine. Your muscles are like a house under construction. Without the right materials, they can't rebuild properly. You need high-quality proteins and antioxidants to repair muscles and protect them from damage." Intrigued, Maria asked for more details. Sophia explained that antioxidants played a vital role in shielding the body from harmful free radicals, which could accelerate aging and muscle loss. Meanwhile, amino acids from protein-rich foods were essential for muscle repair and growth. Without these nutrients, Maria risked experiencing setbacks in her mobility and energy levels. Determined to optimize her diet, Maria made a conscious effort to incorporate foods that actively supported her muscle recovery and overall well-being. Every meal became an opportunity to nourish her body in ways that aligned with her strength-building journey. She introduced quinoa into her diet, a protein-rich grain containing all 9 essential amino acids, unlike other grains. By swapping out white rice for quinoa in her meals, she ensured sustained energy and enhanced muscle recovery. She also started consuming antioxidant-rich red fruits like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. These nutrient-packed berries helped combat oxidative stress and protect muscle cells from damage. Maria began adding them to her morning oatmeal, blending them into smoothies, and even enjoying them as a refreshing snack. Additionally, she included nutrient-dense pumpkin and chia seeds in her diet. These tiny yet powerful seeds were loaded with magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and fiber, all essential for muscle function, reducing inflammation, and promoting overall health. Maria found creative ways to integrate them into her meals, sprinkling them over yogurt, mixing them into salads, and incorporating them into homemade granola. By making these small yet impactful dietary adjustments, Maria felt an even greater improvement in her overall vitality. Her energy levels remained stable throughout the day. Her muscles recovered faster after exercise, and she felt more resilient than ever. Maria's journey was not just about movement or diet. It was about reclaiming her independence, making mindful choices, and embracing a lifestyle that supported her well-being. She had discovered the perfect combination of breath, movement, and nourishment to build a stronger, healthier future. And with each step she took, she proved that age was never a barrier to transformation. It was merely a new chapter filled with opportunities for growth and renewal. Spinach and kale, those deep green leafy vegetables, are packed with essential nutrients like iron, vitamin K, and powerful antioxidants. These nutrients play a crucial role in oxygenating muscles and fortifying bones, making them a great addition to any diet. Maria made sure to include them in her meals every day, whether in soups, stir-fries, or blended into nutritious green smoothies for an extra energy boost. Another key element of Maria's diet was chickpeas, a fantastic plant-based source of protein. They provided her with sustained energy and were also rich in fiber, supporting digestion and overall health. Maria explored different ways to enjoy chickpeas, whether as creamy hummus, in fresh salads, or simply roasted as a delicious crunchy snack. As Maria continued with her nutrition-focused approach, she noticed incredible changes. Her energy levels surged, and she felt stronger during her workouts. Activities that once left her exhausted became much easier, and the sense of fatigue that had plagued her for years gradually faded. But the positive transformations didn't stop there. Her skin looked more radiant, her sleep quality improved, and she even found herself concentrating better throughout the day. Her journey wasn't just about regaining physical strength. It was about reclaiming her vitality. Science backs up her experience. Diets rich in antioxidants and high-quality proteins are essential in muscle recovery, helping to prevent age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Foods like quinoa, berries, seeds, and dark leafy greens help maintain muscle mass, enhance energy levels, and support cognitive function, making them essential for older adults. For Maria, nutrition was more than just about eating well. It became the foundation of a life filled with strength, resilience, and independence. Every healthy choice she made was an investment in her future, allowing her to continue enjoying the things she loved, staying active, and feeling her best at any age. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, drop a comment with the number 3 below. Your engagement helps me know that you're here, learning and growing with me. I truly appreciate your time and dedication to improving your well-being. One of the most transformative habits Maria adopted was walking barefoot on natural surfaces. She had already made great strides in overcoming the muscle weakness that once limited her mobility. But she craved something deeper, something that would help her reconnect with her body in a way she never had before. She wanted to move with confidence, to feel lighter on her feet, and to regain a strength that had gradually slipped away over the years. One morning, during her usual park stroll, Maria sat on a bench, watching children run barefoot through the grass, their laughter full of energy and life. Her granddaughter, sitting beside her, turned and asked, "Grandma, have you ever walked barefoot outside? Did you know it's actually good for you?" Maria smiled at the question, but realized she had never really considered it. The thought of walking without shoes on anything other than the smooth floors of her home felt foreign. Her granddaughter continued, "Walking on grass, sand, or even smooth stones can strengthen your feet and legs in ways you wouldn't believe. It's great for balance, circulation, and your overall health." Intrigued, Maria decided to give it a try. That afternoon, she stepped onto the soft grass in her backyard, feeling the cool, damp earth beneath her feet. The sensation sent a shiver through her, not from discomfort, but from the unfamiliar yet refreshing feeling of connecting with the ground. Each step awakened different muscles in her feet, engaging them in ways she hadn't experienced before. It was as if she were rediscovering a part of herself long forgotten. Over the next few weeks, Maria grew more adventurous. She walked barefoot on different surfaces, soft sand, smooth pebbles, even the gentle roughness of a forest path. Each texture posed a new challenge, stimulating and activating muscles that had remained underused for years. Her feet, ankles, and legs grew stronger without her even realizing it. She felt steadier, more in control of her movements, and with each step, her confidence soared. But the benefits of walking barefoot extended beyond the physical. There was something deeply grounding about feeling the earth directly beneath her feet. It became a therapeutic experience, one that cleared her mind and melted away stress. Standing barefoot on the grass in the early morning, breathing in the crisp air, gave her a sense of peace she hadn't felt in years. Within weeks, the improvements were undeniable. Maria's balance had sharpened, her legs felt more stable, and she no longer hesitated before stepping onto uneven terrain. Tasks that had once seemed daunting, walking across gravel, standing up from a chair without support, moving freely around her home, became effortless. The newfound strength in her legs and feet granted her a renewed sense of independence, something she treasured deeply. Scientific research supports what Maria experienced firsthand. Walking barefoot on natural surfaces strengthens underutilized muscles, enhances the body's ability to sense movement and position, improves circulation, and even reduces the risk of falls. Additionally, the practice of earthing or direct contact with the earth has been linked to lower stress levels, reduced inflammation, and overall improved well-being. For Maria, walking barefoot wasn't just a habit, it was a reconnection with life itself. The strength she gained extended beyond her muscles. It shaped her mindset. Every simple habit she embraced, from dry brushing to foot massages and barefoot walks, was a step toward a healthier, more fulfilling future. Now, at 95 years old, Maria is no longer the woman who once feared losing her independence. She moves with ease, enjoys gardening, and wakes up each morning feeling capable and strong. What once seemed impossible, getting out of bed without hesitation, walking with confidence, embracing life with energy, has become her new reality. But the most profound change wasn't just in her body, it was in the way she saw herself. Every step she took, whether barefoot or not, was a testament to the fact that aging isn't about decline. It's about renewal, rediscovery, and embracing life's simple, yet powerful joys. And there you have it. 6 powerful habits that helped Maria regain her strength, confidence, and independence. These habits can do the same for you. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one habit from this video that you'll start incorporating into your daily routine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read them. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps me continue creating content that empowers you to stay strong, healthy, and independent as you age. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay healthy and keep moving forward.